Hey everybody, welcome to Rock the Rep. Today we're talking the Fab Four. We're doing Beatles music. And if you are just joining us for the first time, I'll tell you, there's two ways I usually approach Rock the Rep. We do 3 cuts every time that we do this. And sometimes it is 1 technique per song, or sometimes it's 3 techniques that can apply to all 3 songs. Today is one of those days that all 3 techniques can apply to all of the songs. And here, without further ado, we're going to jump right into what we're going to talk about today. And I am giving you 3 tools, okay? And I try to always put them in a way that the brain catches them and will remember them. Here are your 3 tools for today. Sort it out, straighten it out, and spit it out, okay? That's what we're focusing on today. So what I mean by that, to give you an overview of what we're about to go through with these songs, and we are covering All My Lovin', we are covering All You Need Is Love, and we are covering Let It Be. We are going to talk sort it out. Are you high gear or low gear? And I'll tell you what I mean by that here in just a second, but it's really just a matter of where am I placing this sound? Because really with these songs, depending on what key you choose, you're kind of living in one of 2 places. They're not incredibly rangy, so you can kind of opt between 1 of 2 places. Second, straighten it out, remove vibrato. So this is one of the things we're going to focus on. And I will tell you that sometimes this isn't, what I found is like working with some of the Beatles music, it's easier to practice some of these type of techniques, again, because it's not asking you to navigate major vocal shifts. And so songs like this, where you're not having to navigate major vocal shifts, sometimes are really great to practice some of these other pop rock elements on, where you're not having to kind of juggle 3 balls at once. Okay, and then the third thing is spit it out. You're going to double down on the diction because Beatles are storytellers, and we want to make sure that all those words get in there. Plus, the words are also going to help you with the placement. All right, so that's our overview. We are going to sort it out, we're going to straighten it out, and we're going to spit it out. And we're going to start with All You Need Is Love. So what I mean by sort it out is I'm going to give you 2 placements, and I really want you to use 2 guides for these placements. You're either showing me your teeth, your top row of teeth, or you're not. Okay, I'm going to make it that simple. There are other things going on, but if you want something quickly that you can grab onto, you're either showing me your top row of teeth or you're not. Okay, so we're going to use an E for showing our teeth, because when we smile, most of the time we're showing our teeth. Okay, and then we're going to use a no for when we are not showing our teeth. So actually, let's do that. Like a happy, smiley yes, and then a no. All right? So there's no exact science to this, but what I want you to do is, if the melody of the song moves up and you for any moment feel a pull trying to happen, then switch to your yes. If it feels comfortable, like and it's in your conversational speaking range, then stay on your no. Okay? So this is sort of an experiment with it. And for those of you who are in the stream in the room with me, your place of where your yes to your no will switch is going to differ from person to person, and it's also going to differ based on which of the 2 key options that you choose. All right, I'm going to start with the with just the Beatles original key to demonstrate this technique for you. Okay, so we'll start with, here we go. So let's start with my no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yes. 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 No, no, no. Okay, so does the technique make sense? Okay, so let's do it one more time. And you don't have to do exactly what I did, but we're going to sing it together one more time. Actually, I'm just going to let it play once. And I'm not going to do it because I don't want you to get locked into mine. So let me just play it, and then I'm going to pull one of our singers up that's in the StreamYard to come play with this. So here it is one more time. If it's on the low end, it's a no. If it's on the high end, you're going to go to your yes. Here we go. And I'll get you started. No, 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 no. Probably yes. Yes. It's a hard one to play, FYI. Okay, all right. So I'm going to pull Janet up. Janet, real fast before I do pull you up, I'm going to grab my charger because I don't want my computer to die in the middle of our stream. So everyone, take 5 seconds and I will be right back. And I'm back. Here we go. Technology. All right, Janet, let me pull you up. Okay, let's unmute you real quick there. Hello.
Right. Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go. So yeah, so let's try it first just on the technique, on the yes/no technique, and then we'll have you play with it and put the words, if you feel comfortable doing so, back in where you put your no's and your yeses.
Yeah. So which track am I to use?
You can use the original one if you want to. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do the Beatles, the original. So it says All You Need Is Love, G.
G, right. Okay. And just tell me where to come in as usual.
Yeah, so you're listening for bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. So that
I kind of wasn't quite sure of the melody of that. I mean, I know that bit so well.
Yeah,
but
so it's right after that part. You're just hearing, so it's just 2 bars before you come in. You're going to, the left hand, you're going to hear the bass go bum, ba, 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 yeah, but I'll still bring you in.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yes, yes now. Yes, 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 yes. I want it to be higher. Yes, yes. No, 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 no.
Yeah. Okay. So now, see if you can give me the words, or if you want to, you can go to the other track option. If you want it to feel higher, you're more than welcome to go to the other track option.
Well, let's just do what we're doing.
Good. So let's do it with now you're going to put your words into your no or your yes shape.
Magic word. I think you know.
You can do it a cappella. You don't have to use the track if you don't want to.
I'm not super familiar with pop music. Okay, right. And I know it so well, but I just don't know quite the melodic pattern. That's
okay. It's more about finding the shapes than it is perfection on the notes.
No, there's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say. Oh, no, you see, I don't know how this bit goes.
Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. That part is tricky.
Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. I've still got some teeth showing, sorry.
That's okay though. But do you feel how making those 2 shifts just kind of told the voice where to go?
Yeah.
And then it's like it sort of takes that out and then it sort of finds its way in because we've given it 2 parameters within which to work.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely play around with the keys because I think even a bit higher, I could still do that same pattern. So I'll play with
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Play with that other key for sure. Okay, thank you, Janet. Taz, can I bring you up and play for a second?
Yes, I can't find the tracks on the
Oh, okay, that's okay. Do you know this well enough to do? If not, I can. That's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to. So let's just do. Let's do a cappella then. I want you just to give me. We're just going to do the "All You Need Is Love" part. Okay. So give me. I want you to literally sing like yes, and with like the biggest, most ridiculous smile you can give me.
Yes,
Same thing. Yes.
yes,
And now give me yes.
yes.
Now give me no, no, no.
No, no, no.
Good. So now what we're going to do is all you need is love. And it does that again. All you need is love. And you're going to stay there again. All you need is love, love. Then you're going to go down. Love is all you need. So let's just do a little call and response with that. I sing, you repeat back to me. Okay? So we're starting with all you need is love. Now you.
All you need is love.
And again, all you need is love.
All you need is love.
This is the one that moves up. All you need is love, love.
All you need is love, love.
Now we're gonna go down. Love is all you need.
Love is all you need.
There you go. You see, so like it allows you to move right either here or over here, and it gives the voice two parameters within which to work. Nicely done. And then I'll make sure that you have access. Send me an email after class. I'll make sure that it's in an email, but I'll send you a link so that you can get to them pretty quickly. Okay, cool deal. Leslie, want to give it a whirl?
Sure.
Okay. I'll let you go for it.
I think I'll just have to do the a cappella.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Totally fine.
Okay, so we're starting in B. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say. Whoops. I'm in the wrong spot.
No, there's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing
There's
that
nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.
Awesome. So do you feel like, again, it gives you just two spots to work within and go to. This is a really great song for everybody in the room. This is a really great song if you want to practice like what we talk about going between like low gear or high gear. This is a great song just to practice shifting from what we consider kind of like a mid speaking range to popping up, because it moves, but it doesn't go like from here to like crazy high. It just goes from here to I got to move up a little bit. And it gives you a chance to sort of, to me, it feels like, this song feels like, okay, I'm doing the balance beam, but I'm not on the high balance beam while I'm trying to do it. Right now, this song gives me the low balance beam so that I can apply it later to the higher balance beam. So I feel like this is a really, really good song to practice making those shifts on. So thank you, Leslie. Really good. Marina, you want to give it a whirl?
Sure.
Okay.
I have lyrics on my side.
So,
There's nothing you can do that can be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
yeah, so you feel the ease between being able to just go from here and then like keeping that idea of just when I go up, I gear shift, I lift up.
I don't really feel a necessity to gear shift at this key.
In this key.
I
So
got
I would say
strawberry.
play with the other key this week then. So if you want to use this as a gear shift practice piece, then there is a key in the folder that I think is like, it's either a step or a minor third up. So if you for sure, then you can use that one if you want this to be a gear shift practice piece for you.
Right.
Great. Oh, thank you. Okay, so that is part one. So now we're going to go to part two, and do that. We're going to do the same song. We're going to repeat this on through, and I'm going to teach you this on this one, so we'll move slower on this one, but then we're going to quickly kind of rapid fire apply all three of these techniques to Let It Be and to All My Lovin'. Okay, so the second thing is Straighten It Out. Now this is another great song for working on specific techniques that will move you from musical theater to pop rock. So if I were to do the musical theater version of this, there's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. And it's like, there's nothing wrong. Let me clarify. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that sound. There's nothing wrong with what I just did. Okay? Absolutely nothing wrong with it. That being said, if somebody asks you to do something in a pop style, what I just did would not qualify for what they're asking for. Okay? So it depends on, like, if I was doing that and I wanted to sing it that way, and I was doing my own solo show and that's how I wanted to do it, that's how I would do it, because I'm an artist and that's what I choose. If I'm being asked to do something within a certain parameter, especially inside the context of an audition, and they're saying we want this in a particular style, then it is incumbent upon us to do the research on what does that mean. Okay? So one of the ways that I suggest doing this, and this is a larger conversation, but I think it's worth having right now because I want to clarify the difference between mimicry and singing within a style. Okay? I feel like mimicry to me is I'm listening to this singer and I am trying to replicate every single thing that they are doing. I'm listening to this one singer and I'm trying to replicate every single thing that they are doing. Where I feel like working within a style is, let me listen to 4 or 5 singers across this particular genre and see what is consistent throughout. What is the thing that 90% or almost all of them do? That's more working within a style rather than what is this one singer doing and let me carbon copy what they're doing. Because that's not what people want, right? That's not what they're asking for in the audition room. They don't want you to come in and be another version of that artist. They just want it to feel like it lives in the world of that style. Now, there's a whole nother genre conversation that could be had, but I will say I agree with, and I think it's important. We're going to say this before we move on. I just finished Quincy Jones's book. He talks a little bit about that. He was like, the labels are for the products, not for the process. So it's like once the product is complete, then we put a label on it so that we kind of have some sort of structure and categorization. But it should never box in or determine what something is. So that's why I'm saying listen across and see if you're in the lane. But that's also why I said when I got done singing that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the way that I just did that. But if I have been asked specifically for a certain type of style, then as an actor and a singer, then I have to determine what is it that they're looking for. If I don't want to do that, that's cool. I just have to go record my own album and do it my way. Okay? So it's just really like, what is the purpose of what you're doing? Okay. Let me get off that tangent. All right, so here's the thing. So if you want to eliminate vibrato, you really need to think of it like speech. So there's a couple of ways. One of the things that I use is like if you want to feel the sensation of no vibrato, then you can use a dump truck, right? But dump truck is backing up, or any sort of like big truck. You're going to hear a sound so that they know you hear them, so you don't get hit. Beep, beep, beep. If you can do that, you just sang straight tone. Literally. Beep, 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 beep. I just repeatedly hit a pitch without vibrato. That is straight tone. The other thing that you can think, and this helps singers sometimes too, is think of it robotically. And you may have to take it to the extreme of robotic, and then let a little more of the nuance come back in. So if I were going robotic with it, right? There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. To learn how to feel that sensation, you may need to go that far with it so that you can teach your muscle memory the difference, so that there is a sensory difference between the two. Then once you feel that, you can plug that back in. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. And sometimes in pop rock, you can get away with putting a little bit at the end. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung, right? It's just barely in there. Nothing you can say, but you can learn to play the game. It's easy. Even then, I probably wouldn't throw it on the end for the Beatles, but if you wanted to, you can. All you need is love. Or you find moments like the word is, where I spun it there, but still 80% of that phrase was straight tone. So, in pop music, here's my rule of thumb in pop music. When in doubt, straighten it out. If you're not sure, go to straight tone first and then infuse vibrato rather than the other way around. Okay? Do I have somebody, and I'm not going to have all four of you guys do this time unless you just want to. Do I have somebody who wants to play a little bit with eliminating vibrato, or being able to control vibrato in the phrase? Leslie! Okay, so let me...
I can't do it.
You can do it. You can do it. Okay, so what I want you to do is give me the robot version of all you need of the cut. There's nothing you can say that can't be, or nothing you can do that can't be done. And even if that means you got to cut off phrases and be a little short with it, do that.
Okay. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy.
Yeah, so give me a straight tone. It's easy. It's easy. Give me if the robot were saying it's easy.
It's easy.
That was it.
Really?
Yeah. So sometimes, seriously, sometimes mocking what we're doing will get us to what we want to ultimately do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's why I say pretend you're a robot. Give me again. Now give me bored robot. It's easy.
It's easy.
That's it.
Really? Okay.
That's it. That's really it. It literally is that easy.
Bored robot. Okay.
Now give me bored robot with a little bit of Leslie back in it. It's easy.
It's easy. It's easy.
There you go. That's it. Now give me bored robot. All you need is love.
All you need is love.
Now give me bored robot with a little bit of Leslie. All you need is love.
All you need is love.
Keep going.
All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
You just did it.
Oh, okay.
You just did it.
All right. Okay.
So tell me, how did that feel different to you than what you're used to?
It feels like trying not to sing. It was better the way you took me through it, to take it all out and then add bits back in. But usually when I try to do this, I just feel like I'm not singing. So that was better.
Well, that makes sense because if you're used to long sustained phrases, right? I mean, like if we are used to, especially if we come from classical or choral where we're used to holding these long sustained phrases, then moving over into a singing that feels more like conversation than singing is going to feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything. But that's really ultimately the sensation, especially in songs like this, that you want to lean into. All you need is love, because it's literally that's what all you need is love, guys. That's it. It is notated. If you can think of it as a notated conversation,
Okay.
that helps kind of get it in more of the vein of what you're looking for. So thank you.
Thank
You
you.
just did it like in like 5 minutes. So good job. Cool. All right, so let's go to. Let me look real quick here. Well, this is why we love a live stream. Catherine is listening while she drives in grocery shops and she appreciates the info and everybody trying the techniques out. This is why we love a live stream, because we can have this in class and we can also learn our pop rock technique while we're driving in grocery shopping. All right. So then the final thing is, and so what we just did with Leslie leads me into the final thing, which is double down on your diction, which will also help with your straight tone, by the way. So if you lean into this is conversation, there's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn to play the game. It's easy. If you will think about really focusing on what you're saying as opposed to the singing, it will make all of the difference. So let me bring, Marina, I'm gonna bring you back up for this. So actually what I want you to do before we sing it again, I just want you to say all of this.
Okay.
And I want you to say it with the intensity of, I have got to get through to this person and they have to understand everything I'm saying. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. So this is, by the way, a little bit of, this is starting to like, this is where it would dovetail with what we do with DJ. So like, if you're watching us in a live stream, we would do the technique here. And then some of this diction work would dovetail with our audition prep storytelling class, where we would have specific intentions that would actually support doubling down on the diction. So let's actually do a hint of that right now, Marina, with the doubling down on the diction. So I want you to think, wake them up to reality.
Okay.
With really intense diction, but have it as a conversation before we sing it. So first you're just saying it to them and wake them up to reality.
So just say.
You're just saying it. There's nothing you can do. Like I'm waking you up with, there's nothing you can do that can't be done.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can say that can't be sung. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can, what?
There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game.
It can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy.
Yeah, and then keep going. All you need is love.
All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
All you need. Yeah. Okay, so now I want you to sing it for me with that sort of same wake them up to reality intensity. And it's like, do you understand what I am saying to you? Like that sort of juicy diction.
Okay.
Okay.
Do, sing, say. There's nothing you can do that. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do, sing, say. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can say that can't be sung. I know. Wait.
That's okay. You can go ahead and go to singing now too. Let's sing it. That'll help.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do that can't be done. So you go ahead and sing it, but give me that same hyper juicy diction.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can say that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
Yes. And bonus points for Marina for using aspirate offsets. I heard them.
I felt it.
You did it. So for those of you watching, bonus feature. because all you need is love is such a powerful phrase, it requires thicker folds and a bolder sound. Sometimes we have to offload any excess air. So we can sometimes do that with exhaling at the end, which is what Marina did. All you need is love. And she tossed off that extra air before the next phrase because that's the technique she's been working on. So yay, Marina. Good job. Thank you so much for the demo. Okay, so now we are going to go through and we're going to do a couple more. We're going to do 2 more songs. We're going to do Let It Be, and we're going to do All My Lovin'. And I want you to think now as we do these together. We're not going to go through each one. So guys who are in the room with me, we're going to sing. I'm going to sing it and kind of like point and demo what I'm doing on each of these, and then I'll come back through and you can choose one if you'd like to do one more round on. Okay. All right. So, and you can choose the tool that you want to play with. You do not have to try to juggle all 3 tools at once. But I'm going to talk through the tools again one more time before we get into it. So you want to sort it out. Teeth, are you in your yes? Are you in your no? 2, straighten it out. Keep it conversational. Stay in your bored robot. Or 3, spit it out. Do you need to bring that diction forward so that we are getting all the words, but it's also assisting your straight tone and also delivering the message, because the Beatles, if anything, were great storytellers and we don't want to lose their lyrics. Okay, so let's start a little bit. Let's do some Let It Be. And we'll do it in the original key. I want to keep all these in the original key, but there is another key that's a step higher for those of you later on if you want to practice before our class on Thursday. So we're going to focus. I want you to, as you sing with me, I want you to choose one thing that you're going to focus on. Either you're sorted out, your yes or your no, you're straightening it out, going straight tone with it, or you're spit it out. Okay? You got to just focus on one thing. Here we go. And I'll sing it so you kind of get a sense of the cut. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. So this is another track that's really useful for being able to practice all 3 of these on, because it's got juicy diction. It has long phrases where you would have to practice holding your straight tone, and it also does some shifting between your gears, but without it having to be like massive shifting between the gears. Okay, let's go to the next one, and then I'll come back around and we'll see which ones you guys want to play with. By the way, those of you who are in the room, you are more than welcome to come back and go, I want to continue playing with All You Need Is Love. That's okay too. Now on this All My Lovin', this is not the Beatles version. It is the Beatles version, but I changed it a little bit. One of the things that we have done, so in one of the other things that we're doing right now in Whale, for those of you watching a live stream, is some of the clients are on a 21-day Reboot Your Rep challenge where they are getting new rep for their audition books, rep that they love, rep that they're excited about. But one of our Whalers, who is in the group, and actually is the one that's doing her grocery shopping right now, had this idea. She shared a cover, and then I had an idea of like, ooh, let's make a list of cool covers. And so we made this list of cool covers, and then I was inspired. And so I hope you'll indulge me for a second. And I sort of changed up the way that this goes. This is not exactly the way the Beatles did it. It's more Shanna's cover of the Beatles. And so if you're a Whaler and you're like, I would really like the actual Beatles version, please let me know and I'll send that to you. But here is Shanna's cover of All My Lovin'. So I'll sing it so you kind of understand how it goes. close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember our ways were true. And while I'm away, I ride home every day and send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, true. All my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving I will send you. All I did was slow it down, really. I just milked the chords a little bit and slowed it down. So you are welcome to play with that one as well, too. That one is another good one. That one is particularly a good one for that. So if you're wanting to work like switching placements, that's a good one to work with switching the placements on. Oh, Marina, love that. Thanks. Yay. Listen, it's fun to play with that kind of stuff. And I would encourage you guys, just for the sake of creativity and getting the juices flowing, like, listen to a song and go, what else could be done with this? You know, what else, what are other ways I could hear this or, you know, or bring this about? And I promise you, it's a fun process. And it's even going to make, when you do like the standard version, it will enrich that one if you move outside the box. Yeah. Oh, you were doing that with Take Me to Church? Okay, well then I'm going to need to hear that version of it, Marina. All right. Okay, cool. So, show of hands in my waiting room here. Who would like to do another round on a technique on any one of these? Leslie, which one do you want to look at?
I don't know. What one do you think I would most benefit from? I'm thinking maybe All My Loving, but
Yeah, maybe All My Lovin' or Let It Be. I think probably for you the most useful tool, I would focus on that, like being able to do those sustained notes and stay straight tonal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
hard for me.
Yeah. So maybe even just the chorus of Let It Be, like let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
Yeah.
So, but either one works. Any one of them that have a long sustained phrase, and let's and keep that idea of bored robot.
Okay. All right. I'll give it a try. Is that the right tone? Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Good. I know. So now here's what I will say. I had a student once, and I've stolen this. I told her, I was like, I've used this so many times. When you first work on a technique, it is going to feel like it may feel easy to do, like vocally it's not fatiguing, but mentally to get the voice to do that, like it may feel like a 2 on the ease scale for vocal, but like on the mental to like make the voice do that may feel like a 9. But this is the great thing about muscle memory. If you keep doing it, I promise you that even within 2 or 3 days, that 9 is going to pull to like a 5, and then the voice, because the muscle memory will get comfortable with it. So know that right now is like you're really having to think about it. The more you practice it, that will not be the case. Mm-hmm. So do it a couple more times, and even see within these next 2 passes if it feels like it eases up a little bit and how much you have to think about it.
Okay. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be.
Yes.
That's hard.
Yeah. And the great thing is, and so here's the other thing that I would say is like, eventually the goal is not to completely eliminate it, right? The goal is not to like get rid of it entirely. It's to be able to choose when you're using it, so that it doesn't default in. It's become something that you're choosing to do. So like you could choose, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Mm-hmm. Like, and then you spin that, but it's not out of your control anymore. Now you are making the choices. Yeah. So now let's just do one where you're making the choices and see if you can do one where it's like, I think I want to let a little bit of a of a spin in on the end here, and then I want this one to be straight, and see what happens.
Okay. Let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be.
Yeah, and what ends up happening there is that when you make those choices, then it sounds like you. It's got the straight tone in it, but there are some moments of ease in there, so it takes away. Like we go to the extreme of the robot technique, but then that pass right there takes away any sort of robot effect because the straight tone is in there, but there's enough of a spin that we're also hearing your voice, and so it doesn't compute to our ears as like, like it doesn't compute to our ears as like the other analogy is like the kid that the third grade kid in the Christmas program singing Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells. It's all straight tone. It's just like driven at you. So but I would say to get straight tone, go to third grade kid at the Christmas concert singing Jingle Bells, and then slowly go, okay, now I know what that sensation is, and then you bring it back in, then you've got control, and now you have a whole other tool to play with. And for everybody, and thank you, Leslie, thank you. For everybody, and I'm going to credit my friend Chris York with this because he's the one that said it, and I thought that makes the most sense. It's like, why do we use straight tone? Why don't we always just spin the tone? Like, it's a beautiful, like, why do we do that? And one of the things that he said, and it stuck with me, is it's like that a vibrato indicates ease. It indicates we relax with the vibrato. It's easy, it's free, it's spinning. Whereas a straight tone indicates tension. And I don't mean vocal tension. I mean emotional tension. No! That's a cry, right? No! There's tension in that. Whereas if I'm like, no, there's no stress in that. There's no tension in that. It's ease, right? So that's one of the reasons that I think straight tone is more prevalent in pop rock, because it's, again, based on our conversation over vocal quality of the sound. It's not about the sound. It's about the communication. Okay. Anybody else want to try before we write? Yeah, Janet. Which one do we want to look at? Oh, I think you're still muted. Yeah.
The All My Loving, but just the first bit of it.
Sure, great.
I didn't know the ending of that.
No worries. Okay, and which gear are we focusing?
Well, I put the other key on my phone,
Okay.
and I think that probably I hadn't thought about the diction in that one. I was thinking more of the yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay, so we're going to focus on our yes and no.
And see if I can use the diction as well.
Yeah, well, you are more than welcome to apply more than one tool. I just want to put that pressure on you guys. So if you're like, I would like to do 2 tools at once, then by all means.
Yeah, well, you can give me pointers because I'll just do up to where I know it.
Here it comes.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day. I'll send all my loving to you. Just that much.
That was great. How did that? So Janet, what I was saying is, I watched you place and deliberately make those moves, and so the line came out with ease. How did that feel to you?
Yeah, I don't think it sounds, on reflection, very pop. It's a little bit too. Maybe it's the speed of it. Actually, it's a bit slow.
Maybe, well, yeah. So what I would say is, what you just did was so like that would be step one of it, right? So it would be like, okay, let me place these things. Okay, now I know where they place, and then our job is to we do the placements, and then our job is to sort of come back through and disguise placements.
Yeah.
Right. So like kind of with what Leslie and I did with the straight tone is we dove full blown into the technique, And then it was like, okay, now bring 20% of Leslie back into this 80% board robot technique. So let's do this same spot one more time and give me 20%, 25% of Janet back into managing those switches. So 25% of what just seems what feels natural to you in the song, and 75% still kind of working those switches.
I was just wondering whether it's better to just speed it up a bit, you know.
Oh, maybe you can try that.
But then it'll be completely different. Let's do it with that.
And
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day. Remember, owing to you. Sorry, how can I just... I'll send all my loving to you.
how'd that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. And I'm very aware that I'm not that used to singing pop. And this is sort of kind of could easily be in my comfort zone. So I might, it's very interesting for me to think about that, you know.
Yeah, I think this is a great song for you.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. If I did that, I could probably...
And I would say, because yes, I would say what I just heard there, it just moved through it pretty easily. So I would say, yeah, if it feels more useful to you, absolutely go back up to the Beatles tempo. So just let me know. I can. I know that's you. You were using the original key or the elevated key.
The higher one, I think. The alternative.
Okay, just let me know, and I can make you one that's a little faster. So
Nice,
great.
really interesting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, guys. So, what questions do you have? You can throw those of you watching at home or those of you in the room with us. Like, throw those questions. Do you have any questions in the comments? And if you are watching this later on YouTube or Facebook, you can certainly tag me in the questions, and I can circle back and answer those for you. So if it's like, it didn't come to me right now and you're watching this for a playback, then feel free to add those questions below, because I do circle back and check these to see if we have further questions. So Catherine said, Janet, that did sound a lot more pop than the first time. So the faster works better. So great feedback. Would you sing Beatles for anything other than a Beatles show? I mean, I think it would just depend on, there are people who like, just don't touch the Beatles. Their music is just so, and I disagree with that. I mean, I think if you sing the song well, and you can communicate the song and you can, like, I just don't believe in no-fly lists when it comes to singing. So I would say, I mean, anything that is of that era. I mean, I think there are some Beatles songs you could probably take in for beautiful. So I don't think it's off limits. I would say anything that was like singer-songwriter of that era, why not? Especially if the style and the story kind of lines up. Then I'll think on that some more, but I would say, I mean, they were singer-songwriters, so I think look at your singer-songwriter based musicals and see, where can they interweave, but I absolutely think that you can take it in. I do think you have to be careful with iconic. So it may be like there are the songs that it's like, okay, maybe don't take Alone by Heart in, but maybe, something from Dreamboat Annie, you know what I mean? Like we've talked about that before, like maybe not the song that they are known for, that there's an ear expectation on, but something that is a little bit of a deeper cut, perhaps. So, yeah. Cool. Seems like taking a cover would be different enough to take in All My Lovin'. So that's the other thing, is I would say you can take things in. All of this is to say everything is a risk and you have to know that it is. But I would always lean, maybe that's my personality. I would take risks. I just would. I would just take risks. If I felt like I connect to this. I connect to the way this is happening. I'm going to take this in. It's strong material. I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I might, if I were to personally go in an audition, I might play with that version of All My Lovin', maybe for like the Notebook, maybe. Let me think. I might take that in, depending on who I was interested in, maybe in a waitress. Again, because it's not this, it's not ba-dum bum ba-dum da-dum da-da. You know what I mean? Like it's different. It's a different sort of feel. So I would say, like, what does that sound like it lines up with storytelling wise with other shows? And maybe even Let All My Lovin' Be. There was another one I just had in my head. I don't know. I'll think of it. Like I said, maybe even a Beautiful. Yeah. But I would take it in knowing it's a risk. I'm taking in a Beatles song. It's a risk, but I would probably do it anyway. All right. Any other questions? Okay, so guys who are in the StreamYard room with me, hang tight, and we'll do a little further chatting after this. Those of you watching us on the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. I do want to tell you, we do have new songs every Tuesday at 1 p.m. EST. So if you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, so that you get notified when we are doing this. But you can put it in your calendars every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Last week we did Fleetwood Mac. This week we're doing the Beatles. And then I'm not sure next week. I did have a suggestion for a Sarah Bareilles this week, so she may be next week or she may be the week after that. But there'll be another batch of songs next week as well. So like and subscribe so that you can join us here for more pop rock tips and audition cuts. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.